Good day ma'am, good day classmates. I'm Harold B. Palanca from FSM 31 and I'm here to discuss the stages of a life cycle. So if you look at any new or old appliances in your home, you will notice that the product is still in the market or it has discontinued by the manufacturer. That means you're experiencing different stages of the product life cycle. So when a product gets into the market, it has a life cycle that carries it from being new and exciting to eventually being retired out of a circulation in the market. So this process happens continuously to every product into the market, from the launching the product all the way through decline stages and eventual discontinuation. But there is some product keeps circulating into the market for a long time. So, a new product progresses through a sequence of stages from introduction to growth to maturity and to decline stage. So, this sequence is known as the product life cycle. So, what is a product life cycle? So, it is the amount of time a product goes from being introduced into the market until it's taking off to the market. So, there are 4 stages in a product life cycle. So, sasabihin ko yan mamaya. So, product life cycle is associated with changes in the marketing situation thus impacting the marketing strategy and the marketing mix. So, nakakaapekto ito sa marketing mix or what we call target market. So, include na rin dito yung 7 P's. Or also known as the place, product, price, physical environment, promotion, process, and the people. So, as the product gains over its competition, the product enters the maturity stage of the product life cycle. So, the marketing mix during this stage, it involves the effort to build the customer's loyalty, and it's typically accomplished with special promotion and incentives to the customers who switch from a competitor brand. And also nakakapekto rin ito sa marketing strategy. So, it affects to the market cause it gains more and more customers habang lumalaki ito or lumalago. Eventually, yung market stabilize and the product ay nagiging mature. Then, after a period of time, yung product ay na-overtaken by development and nagkakaroon ng kakompetensya. So, syempre, kapag nagkakaroon ng kakompetensya, bumababa yung sales, kaya bumabagsak ang product. So, we have 4 stages that are generally accepted in a product life cycle. First is the introduction stage, second is the growth stage, third is the maturity stage, and 4 is the decline stage. So, let's discuss first the introduction stage. After successfully developing a product, first stage is the introduction, where the product is being launched into the market. So, dito sa introduction stage, dito pa lang dinedevelop or pinapakilala yung product or kung sa human life cycle, dito pa lang dinedevelop yung bata hanggang sa lumaki ito. So, in this stage, basically, it includes a substantial investments or kinakailangan mo dito ng napakalaking puhunan para sa advertising and also the marketing. And it focus on making consumers aware of the product features and also the benefits. So, gaya nga ng sabi ko, kailangan mo dito ng malaking puhunan para mas makilala yung product na balak mong ibenta. Like yung CEO ng Brilliant Skin na si Miss Glenda. Namuhunan siya doon ng malaki para sa advertising para mas makilala yung mga product niya. And also, mapapansin natin na kumukuha siya ng mga endorser or social media influencer na binabayaran yon upang ibida yung benefits ng product. So, in the introduction stage, wala ka pang kakompetensya initially. And also, in this stage, yung company, ginugugol nila yung sarili nila para sa advertisement and also sa iba pang promotional tools like personal selling, advertising, sales promotion, direct marketing, and publicity. So, the company has able first to have a sense on how consumers respond to the company's product if kung gusto nila or not. And sa stage din na ito, mahaba rin nung gugugulin mo at mahirap din na kasi wala kang kasiguraduhan na maibabalik yung puhunan na inilabas mo. However, sa introduction stage, nais ng company na maakit yung attention ng customer as much as possible. So, the company seek to build a product awareness and develop a market for the product. So, the next is the impact of introduction stage on the marketing mix. So, first is a product. Branding and quality level is established and intellectual property protection such as patents and trademarks are obtained. So, dito sa product, kinakailangan pag magbabranding ka is akma doon sa binebenta mo. And also, walang copycat na mangyayari kasi maaari kang kasuhan if ever. So, next is pricing. Pricing may be low penetration pricing to build market share rapidly or high scheme pricing to recover development costs. So in this marketing mix, you should initially start pricing the highest point you believe possible to achieve. So maaari mo rin i-consider yung skimming price strategy. So skimming price strategy is charging a relatively high price for a short time when you launch a new, innovative, or much improved product. So pinapakinabangan ng skimming ang mga customer na handang magbayad ng higit pa upang maging isa sa mga unang magkakaroon ng ganoong bagong produkto. Pero pwede mo namang i-lower yung price kapag mababa na yung demand. Then, yung penetration pricing strategy, dito mas pinaprioritize nito yung market shares over the profits for a given time period. So, yung goal nito is to generate the demand, build a customer base, and maximize the brand loyalty. And also, it may work best for businesses who entering a new market or building on relatively small market share. Kabilang din dito yung pagtatakda mo ng mas mababa kaysa sa mas malaking presyo para mas makamit mo yung malaki. The next is distribution. Is selective until consumers show acceptance on the product. So your distribution must be limited to specific type of customers until your product is accepted. And also you need to consider the different distribution models during different periods of the life cycle, like for example na lang is new product for different seasons in a cloth shop. Next is promotion. Promotion is aimed at innovators and early adopters. Marketing communication seeks to build product awareness and to evaluate potential consumers about the product. So you should try to build brand awareness at an early stage. So in this work, working with a brand design or communication agency as you develop a product to establish a strong brand. So, maaari kang gumamit ng mga sample or trial incentives to capture early adopters of the product or service. Makakatulong dito yung mga introductory promotion to convince potential resellers to carry your lines. Like, kukuha ka ng mga endorser para mag-promote ng product mo. Like si Kumaring Glenda, kumukuha siya ng mga social media influencer para mag-carry ng mga product niya at maging boom ito sa merkado. So, the next stage is a growth stage. So, after successfully introducing the new product, a gradual rise in its sales curve can be seen. At some point in this rise, a significant increase in consumer demand occurs as sales started to take off. So, other companies become aware of the product and its area in the market. So, in this stage, dito nakikilala na yung product na ibinebenta mo. So, after mo i-introduce yung product mo dito na nag-start mag-rise yung sales mo. And also, dito na nakikilala at lumalago yung product mo. And also, in growth stage, nababatid na ng mga ibang kumpanya yung product mo, which is nag-i-start ng ma-attract yung ibang tao or kumpanya na maaring mas ikataas ng sales or kita nyo. And also, dito rin sa stage na ito, kinakailangan mong mamuhunan ulit ng malaki kasi dito may magiging kakompetensya ka na. So, kinakailangan mo mamuhunan sa advertisement promotion para mabit mo yung competitors mo. So, ayun nga, habang lumalawak yung merkado, mas dumadami yung competitors mo. Like, pag alam nilang mabenta yung product mo kasi mababa yung presyo, ang gagawin nila, mas bababaan nila yung kanila para mas marami ring bumili sa kanila. At saka sa panahon ngayon, mas pinipili ng mga customer yung uso, patok, bago lang sa paningin nila at yung alam nilang ikakasay nila, kagaya na lang yung Crocs, skincare, and many more. In the growth stage, the firm seek to build brand preference and increase market share. So here are the impacts of this stage as follows. First is the sales volume starts to increase significantly. So, as the product increase in popularity, sales volume increase. So, syempre, kapag yung product mo popular, may tendency talaga na tumaas yung sales volume mo. Next is profitability increase. So, revenue begins to exceed cost, creating profit for the company. So, syempre, habang lumalaki yung profitability mo, yung revenues ng company nyo ay nag-e-exceed. Next is awareness of the product increases. So dito naman kaya tumataas is dahil sa mga promotion and also sa mga taong sumusubok ng mga product mo. And suddenly nasasatisfy sila kaya na ire-recommend nila sa iba. The next is competition begins to increase with new companies in establishing market. So competition begins to increase with a few new players in establishing market. Increased competition leads to price decrease. So price wars may erupt, technology may get cheaper, or other factors can ultimately lead to failing prices. The next is increased competition leads to decrease in price. So dito habang dumadami yung competitors mo at alam nilang mabenta yung product mo dahil sa mababang halaga, ang gagawin ng ibang company ay magbebenta ng mas mababa pa doon sa presyong tinakda mo. Next stage is the maturity stage. So dito sa maturity stage, dito is malalaki na yung kakompetensya mo and dito is kilalang kilala na yung product mo. And also this is the peak or the highest point of the product life cycle. And also this is the most profitable stage. So during this stage, yung sales growth mo is unti-unting bumababa kasi nga dumarami yung competitors mo. However, tumataas yung production volume mo but yung cost of production mo ay bumababa. And here sa maturity stage, need mo ng magbaba ng pricing kasi dumarami na yung mga competitors mo. And at these points, the market has often reached saturation as a result of competitors releasing their own version of your product. Your product or service may experience a decreasing rates of sales which should eventually stabilize. And also, to prolong their lifespan, you should aim to differentiate your product or service from others that your competitors offer. And also, you can do this by focusing on and highlighting any branding, trademarks, or customers' testimonials that may. So, the challenges in this stage is to maintain yung good result over time. And there is not simple way to make this happen. All the famous brands that come to our mind now are where they are today because they invested in this stage. Like for example is Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola doesn't leave the media even though it doesn't depend on marketing. So the company understands that brands are not forever, being subject to market instabilities and behavioral changes in the audience. Imagine if yung competitor ng Coca-Cola ay nag-develop ng new soft drinks at na-discover ito ng ibang tao na mas masarap yung flavors nito at patok sa masa. With no visibility, yung Coca-Cola ay mawawalan ng puwang sa market at mapapalitan ito ng bagong ibang brand. So the last stage is the decline stage. Although companies will hardly to try to keep the product alive in the maturity stage as long as possible. So the decline stage for every product is avoidable because of the deletion of the product from the market. So dito sa stage na ito, nag-uumpisa nang bumaba talaga yung sales ng product. Kasi nga may mga bagong lumalabas na mas innovative and creative na mas kinakahiligan ng customers. And dito sa stage na ito, dito nag-uumpisa yung pag-pull out ng product sa market na magre-resulta ng pagbaba ng sales ng product na yon. Yung iba naman alive pa yung product kaso sa piling lugar na lang. Pero meron naman na ilan na kahit matagal na ay patok pa rin hanggang ngayon. Like Coke, pansin natin si Coke, matagal na siya pero patok pa din kasi ang ginagawa niya ay nag-a-add siya ng ibang taste and binabago nila yung packaging nila kaya na-attract ulit yung ibang consumers. So, at this point, there is a downturn in the market. Like for example, we are more innovative products are introduced or consumer tastes have changed. So, there is intense price cutting and many more products are withdrawn from the markets. So, profit can be improved by reducing marketing spending and cost cutting. So the next is a sales decline the firm has several. First is maintain the product, possibly rejuvenating it by adding new features and finding new uses. So kagaya na nga lang ni Coke, ang ginawa niya is nag-add siya ng bagong features and also binago niya yung packaging niya para ma-attract yung ibang consumers. The next is harvest the product. So reduce cost and continue to offer it possibly to a loyal niche segment. So here naman you need to lower your price and use again a advertising to promote again your product in the lowest price or makipag-partnership ka sa ibang company. The next is discontinue the product, liquidating remaining inventory or selling it to another firm that is willing to continue the product. Dito, ihinto mo na yung product na ibebenta at ibebenta ito sa ibang kumpanya na handang ipagpatuloy ito kung hindi na kaya ng owner. But kapag binenta niya na ito is hindi na ito pwedeng gawin ulit ng nagbenta kasi maaari siyang kasuhan. So the next is the examples of product life cycle. First is the typewriter. So typewriter is introduced in the late 19th century. So it's popular in 19th century because it helps people improve ease and writing accuracy. However, as time goes by, new electronic technology like computer, laptops, and even mobile phone has quickly replaced typewriter. So the typewriter could be considered at the very tail end of their decline phase kasi nga bumagsak yung sales nito kasi pumalit yung modern technologies like phone, laptop, and computers. The next is the VCR or also known as video cassette records. Kagaya ng typewriter, mas mabilis ding bumagsak yung sales ng VCR kasi napalitan agad ito ng DVD, CD, and other modern technologies. The next is electric vehicles. Sa electric vehicle, usually kasi dito manual. So ngayon nagkaroon na ng innovative, although bumagsak sila, but nagkaroon ng innovation at naging automatic ito. Again, I'm Harold V. Palanca from FSM 31, and that's all. Thank you.